Yo, this is Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation, baby.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So follow me here. Alexander Povetkin. At one point, he was the mandatory for Deontay Wilder's title. Deontay Wilder prepares to fight Alexander Povetkin. He's on his way to Russia to prepare for the fight. Finds out at the last minute, or not even the last minute, but finds out before the fight that Alexander Povetkin tests positive for PEDs. That fight is off. Fast forward to Povetkin versus Bermane Stiverne. Now Bermane Stiverne flies out to Russia so he can fight Povetkin. Guess what? Alexander Povetkin, he tests positive for PEDs again. And then after the A sample comes back positive, they wait for the B sample, because according to Team Povetkin, the B sample, of course, that's going to come back negative, right? And then he'll be exonerated. At least that's what they thought, but that's not what happened. The B sample just came back positive today. So there is no doubt that this man has been doping. What's really interesting to me is not only did Povetkin test positive in 2 different fights, but he tested positive for 2 different drugs, 2 different performance-enhancing drugs. So it's kind of hard for you to say it's just a coincidence and maybe it was just something he was eating. Now, what makes the situation even worse is right after Povetkin tested positive for PEDs and Bermane pulled out of the fight, they still allowed Povetkin to fight another opponent. He knocked that guy out, Duhaupas. He knocked him out in 6 rounds. They allowed this man to fight after testing positive for performance-enhancing drugs. Can you imagine what type of story that would be if Povetkin would have hurt this man severely and they found out that he tested positive for steroids or performance-enhancing drugs right before the fight and they still allowed him to fight and go hurt this man? That would be a hell of a story and a hell of a lawsuit, wouldn't it? And then to add insult to injury, why did Team Povetkin have the nerve to try to countersue Deontay Wilder after they had tested positive for a banned substance? So right after they say they're going to countersue Deontay Wilder, they turn around and they fail another PED test. This needs to stop, guys. This really needs to be taken seriously. I mean, you know, people make mistakes in sports, and it's one thing for this to happen once and you to learn from it. Like Luis King Kong Ortiz, right? He failed his test, and since he failed that test, he has never come close to testing positive for any PEDs. But when it comes to Alexander Povetkin, this man is failing tests back to back. The majority of people who test positive for any banned substance, they make sure it doesn't happen again. But it's a repetitive thing with Alexander Povetkin. And the question is, are they going to punish Povetkin? Is he going to get suspended? Is he going to get banned? That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
This is Bobby, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.